Hi, it's Peggy from Peggy's Tropical Garden coming to you from my tropical garden. I know that sounded silly, but anyway, I just wanted to take a minute out to tell you thank you so much for supporting my channel. It means the world to me. I'm having a great time. I hope that you are enjoying it too. It just means a lot, you coming back time after time, watching my videos, participating in the comments, all of that good stuff. I feel like I'm getting to know some of you quite well, but it means a lot to me. So I wanted to make sure I said thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Take care. I hope you enjoy the video. Hello and welcome to Peggy's Tropical Garden, coming to you from the Florida Keys. Today I'd like to share with you the plants I purchased in the month of February that you haven't yet seen. Did you really think I was doing all those shopping trips without purchasing anything? Not gonna happen. So here's what I bought. First stop was Your Farm and Garden in Sarasota, Florida. There I purchased this Hoya Wayettii. I do already have one of these, but it's kind of small and skimpy. So I figured if I add this one to the pot, it'll be a nice full looking plant, which is what I'm going for. So I picked this one up and the price was only $14.99. Speaking of price, one of my viewers mentioned to me that they felt like it was tacky that I give prices. Give me your thoughts on that. I figure we're all adults, we know things cost money, and I feel like it's helpful information to know general prices. So give me some feedback on that. From the same store, I purchased another Hoya, this Hoya rubra, and I think it is absolutely beautiful. I love the variegation on here. I love the colors. I like the broad leaves. Just a very pretty plant, and I don't have one, so I decided to get this. This one was also $14.99. I decided this is a plant I want to see on a regular basis, so I put her inside. She's in a white pot. I didn't repot her. I just set the nursery pot inside this white one, and it's here right under my Hoya Crimson Princess, which is a quite similar plant, but if you notice, the leaves are flat and much more broad than the Crimson Princess. So there she is. Next up is this absolutely beautiful Hoya that I purchased, you're not going to believe this, at Home Depot. Yes, this is a Carnosa tricolor, at least that's what it was marked as, and I believe that's what it is. But I got this at Home Depot. We don't find a lot of Hoyas at our big box stores, so I was thrilled when I found this plant. And do you see how big and beautiful she is? She has a lot of white leaves. I mean, it's just a beautiful full plant. I couldn't believe it. I picked up this thing so quick. There was another lady coming and she started asking me about it. And I was like, oh, but I'm getting this. But it was the only one they had. I'm thrilled to have it. And the price on this was only $16.98. That's an excellent deal. And did I mention how big? Look at the trails on this plant. I know I'm going on and on about this plant, but I'm just that excited. So you know she's inside where I can see her on a regular basis. I really didn't have a white pot big enough, so I just kind of set the nursery pot on the top of this one. It's not, well, just don't look too close. Don't judge. But she is beautiful anyway. My next purchase was an online purchase from Almost Eden, and it was this Dischidia numularia, also known as a string of nickels. It's in a 2.5-inch pot, so it's a little tiny plant, but it's really neat looking, and I'm really liking Dischidias lately, so I had to pick this one up. It was only $9.99, and I have repotted her. She's in a small hanging pot. And look at that. Once I repotted her, she took off. Can you see all the new growth? She's just hanging out on my patio, living her best life. My next purchases were from ISSAC Farms, a nursery in Miami. Now, they don't label any of their plants, so I don't know exactly what this is. They don't label any of their Hoyas. So I'm kind of confused as to what this is. I have a couple of things in mind that I think it is, but I got it because I love the way the leaves look. They have nice veining going on. big leaves. I don't have any Hoyas with big leaves, so I decided to get this one. I got another one also, and that's this one here, and it has larger leaves. I don't know, this could possibly be the same plant as the other one, but I'm kind of thinking it's not, but it very well could be. That's what happens when you buy plants and you don't know what they are. So as always, I would appreciate some identification assistance on these two, but I think they're beautiful plants. Yes, it was definitely the month of the Hoya, and each of these were $18 a piece, and for that price, I had to get them. So right now, I haven't done anything with them. They're just sitting out on my patio looking fabulous, and I love it. But I'd love them even more if I knew what they were. So help me out with these Hoyas, please. Okay, there you go. Let her take her twirl. Go, girl, you're beautiful. All right, next. These last plants came from a nursery in Miami called the Lighthouse Gardens, and I'm most excited about these. Look at this, Alocasia Tiny Dancer. Isn't that cute? Look at those little leaves. I think this is the cutest plant ever. It's just, I love that they're all going towards the light, and I think I don't want to turn the pot because I like them all going in the same direction. I just think it's so cute. And I've never seen these in a store anywhere in Miami before, and there's so much in the pot. You see all that in there going on? Very nice. And I got these for this plant for $15, which I think is a great deal. So I'm really excited about my Alocasia Tiny Dancer. Next up is another one I'm excited about. It's not in the greatest condition, but it's this Ficus elastica Tenique or Tenique, something like that. Anyway, I'm excited about this plant also. I've never seen one of these in a store. I'm not saying they don't have them, but I've never seen one. And the lady who owns the nursery said she had just gotten this one in. It has some issues going on. It doesn't look like a pest infestation. So I decided to go ahead and pick up this plant because who could resist? This plant is gorgeous. And the leaves look like camouflage. So I don't know why, but that's what came to mind when I saw the leaves. And I love this plant. And I paid $25 for this plant. And there's two of them in the pot. So, hey, I figure if one doesn't make it, I always have a backup. Next up is this Alocasia Mickey Mouse. I know there's another name for it, but I can't recall what it is. And I don't feel like going and looking right now. But again, this one isn't in the greatest condition. But there are so many in the pot. It looks healthy enough that I know that I can work with it. But I just love this plant. Anything variegated gets my attention. Do you see this? That is so cute. And it it forms a little pocket and a little tail like the stingrays. But it's the cutest plant. Look at that. It has all those leaves getting ready to unfurl. And she had just gotten this one in as well. And it's a nice big plant. Do you see all of this? And yeah, there's some brown on the leaves and stuff. I think they just got some sun damage and but look at that. Look at that variegation. Very pretty. And the veining too. Very pretty. So I see a big, beautiful plant in my future. So I'm going to really work with this one. And again, I paid $25 for this one as well. So for $25, I felt like there was no way that I could leave this plant. And if I did, I would have regretted it. So no regrets. I'm thrilled with this plant. Okay, I have one more plant from this nursery. And that is this Calathea. I don't know what came over me. I saw this plant. I always look at these. It's absolutely beautiful. But I'm scared of Calatheas. I've heard so much about how hard they are to care for and stuff, so I'm terrified of this plant. But I have to admit, it has been absolutely carefree. I brought this plant home. I put it on my patio. I watered it once, and I haven't done another thing to it, and she's looking fabulous. I mean, the leaves are nice and perky. Nothing looks like it's trying to go crispy on me. And I've had it for a couple of weeks now, 2 or 3 weeks, and she's still looking good. So I'm quite pleased with her. I think she's beautiful. I love the patterns of the leaves. I've always wanted one, but always been scared. Anyway, I have one now, and that's it for my haul for the month of February. Thank you for joining me.